Hi everybody, I'm going to teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So you may think it's super hard or you'll never solve it, but I'll try to make this tutorial as nice as I can. I'll make it easy, okay? So I'm going to teach you the beginner's method, okay? So the beginner's method, there are a few steps, but before that, I want to tell you notations. So the notations are, so if you do a notation, so you face it on the front and then the notations are R for, so this is R for, it means right when you put it up, it means right, okay, when you extend it out, and then you can figure out which way to do R by which way a clock rotates. So a clock rotates this way. So you can think of this as your R face, and then you could rotate, do that. And then R prime, whenever I say that means counterclockwise. So you could find out the same thing kind of for L. So, but you may think L goes like this and L prime goes like that, but it's different. So L actually goes like this. So you can think of this as your layer, then rotate and do it. Okay, and then you have L prime, which goes up. Then you have to learn F. So L means left, R means right. Then you have to learn F. And if you can guess it, maybe you guessed it right or not, F means front. So F, you can figure out which way to do it if it goes clockwise. Has to go the way a clock does. F prime, counterclockwise, the way a clock doesn't go. Then the very last one, I'm sure you'll have to learn, is U, which means up. So U, you can just think of this as your layer, put it up, and think of that. It goes like a clock. Then U prime is just that. Okay, so now that you learned the notations, apply this scramble to your cube. I'll give you 15 seconds. Okay, so if you guys don't know how to read notations, well, just follow what I'm going to do, okay? So with white top and green front, do the moves I'm doing. So if you done it right, this is the scramble you should have. If you couldn't understand it, because I may have not taught you all the notations like that, but if you can't, just write it down in the comments below and then I'll get a easier one, okay? So first step in the beginner's method, I'm using the beginner's method. Well, I use CFOP, but I'm going to teach you how to do it with the beginner's method, okay? So first step you do is solve the white cross, which is just, so on a solved cube, it will just be a cross like that. Okay, so we want to solve like that. So we want to put white on top, and then we look for pieces. We look for white pieces on the middle layer. So I have 2 white pieces on the middle layer. Try to put every white piece on top. Well, if you have this case where it needs to go there, then you can just do an F prime. Then if you have these cases where they cannot go up just like that, well, they can go up there, but they won't do that, then I would just suggest to put them in the side that they're supposed to be. Look at other color, and if it's green, to put on the green side. Then there's an algorithm, but you just do. The easiest way I know is U, L prime, U prime. Okay, so if you can just try to do it. Now we have this one. So if you want to take it out by doing this, now a new notation, D, okay? So we want to take it out by doing D. And if you want to know, I think you know, but I'll tell you still anyway. So D is clockwise, you can think of it as that, and counterclockwise like that. So you want to do an L and D, okay? Then do an L prime. Then you want to, if anyway it's flipped like that, then if you know the algorithm, it's F, U, L prime, U prime. And then, if you've got it all right, we've solved the cross. Next step is we put the cross on the bottom, okay? So there's an algorithm. It's super easy, but the algorithm we'll do is this algorithm. So wait, so if we do it on a solved cube like this one, you do R, U, R prime, U prime, 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 R, U, R prime, U prime. So if you do it 6 times on the cube, it will get solved. So the same thing is, let's pretend there's a cross here and no corner solved. So let's just say you want to insert this corner. Don't worry about the edge. Okay, so what you would do is the algorithm. So R, U, R prime, U prime, which got it close, but misoriented. Then you would do R, U, R prime, U prime, and got it back to the top. R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay, R, U, R prime, U prime. Then you would insert this pair back in. So you can think of it like that. So now to do it on a solved cube. Look for any pieces in the top layer. Like, well, I have 2. I'm going to look at this one. So I look at if it's white, this I have to do in my cross color. I look at its other colors. I have green and red. So to do it, I put it between the green and red centers. Then I do the algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. See, it's super close. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. So you've got the corner solved. Okay, and you'll keep doing this, and I'll show you it in part 2. See you soon.